Hi, and welcome to Coffee with Claire. You know, it seems like that everywhere we look, it's stressful out there. You know, we see things on TV, we see things or hear things on the radio, and it's like, why is it so stressful to be in our world? Well, it just is. However, it is your responsibility to protect yourself if you're starting to get a little overwhelmed, or to learn some stress relief techniques to help you cope with all of the stress that's out there. And so besides doing the improvisational comedy and the speaking that I do, I also teach laughter yoga. And laughter yoga is not about downward dog or things like that, but it's about the really deep breathing that you get when you laugh from the diaphragm. And so when we laugh from the diaphragm, we actually expel all of that old air that's in our bodies. Because you know what? When you're stressed out, you're really only breathing from about right here. And so 2/3 of your lungs never ever get totally open. And so what we do with laughter yoga is that we force a belly laugh from the diaphragm, and then from there we're able to relieve the stress, because once you have that really nice airflow going, you are less stressed, and it helps you sleep better and all the things that goes along with stress and anxiety reduction. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of techniques that you can follow when you're starting to feel a little bit of that stress coming on. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a way to clap using your acupressure points. And so what we do when we clap like this is a laughter yoga clap. When you clap like this and then stop, what happens? So do that with me. What do you feel? You feel a little bit of a tingly? What that is that we have just activated all the acupressure points on your hands. And what that does, it wakes you up, number one, and number two, it alleviates stress. So when you're feeling a little stressed, even at work, just, even if you have to go in the bathroom and clap a little bit, it gives you a lot more energy to cope with the next thing that's stressful on your list. The next thing I'd like for you to do is just to practice breathing, all right? So we're going to practice breathing from our diaphragm, and we're going to do this 5 times. And what I'd like for you to do is to first just inhale in just as far as you can. Just hold it for a minute. Let it out. We're going to do that 4 more times. One more. There's 2. 3. 4 and 5. What that does, it just clears your head. It gets you out of your head and into your body again, to where you can move around and feel a whole lot less stressed. There's a couple of other things that you can do that I won't demonstrate here, but you can try it at home. You can pet your animal. Any animal is very, very grounded, and so just petting an animal and having that soothing stroke is a real stress reliever for us. Also, taking your shoes off and walking in the grass, in the sand, or even on your hardwood floor if it's cold in your house. Just a place to where you can ground your body into yourself again, okay? So you're not all up here anymore. So your homework for this week is to ground yourself somehow using one of those stress relief techniques that I just showed you, either breathing, clapping, or walking around barefoot. You know, each show we have dynamite, upbeat guests that are business owners, people that give back to the community and love to have fun. And so today I am so excited to introduce to you Monttein Alonso. Monttein is a healer and a teacher. She's been healing and teaching people how to heal themselves and others using many natural and energetic modalities for years now. And so welcome, Monttein.
Thank you, Claire. It's delightful to be here. Congratulations on your show.
Thank you.
And the popularity. You're just really growing and growing and growing your audience. It's delightful to be here.
Well, I also want to mention that Monttein is a sponsor of our show, and so we're going to be talking a little bit about how the sponsorship went and all that good stuff too. So, but let's first talk about what you do to help people heal from within.
Well, thank you, Claire. You know, stress is everywhere, and we all know that stress is a killer. And just simply by breathing in oxygen, we're causing oxidative stress in our body. And for those that are really working out hard or that are taking medication or in a really toxic environment, that stress is even happening on a larger scale and causing cellular degeneration.
Wow. So what are some of the things that people can look, as far as what's happening in their body, and what can they do to start helping themselves?
Wonderful. Well, there are really 3 different areas that we can start to address the stress. One, we can address it on a soul level, because each and every single one of our cells does have a soul. My personal belief is that we come from the light, and truth is light, truth is expansive, and in each one of our cells that's alive, there's a light in there. So we can actually connect spiritually with the light in our body. And sometimes I'm a little bit irreverent, and I'll say, I love my breasts and bottom. I love my flat tummy too. So you can actually, where you put your energy, that's what's going to change. When you bring darkness into light, it changes, right? So it's actually directing light and love to our body. Is one simple way that I find that is really fun, just to start connecting back with the body. Sometimes we're running around in our mind so much, and that can even create more stress. And so if we're looking at it from a mental program, if we were to observe our mind and our thoughts the way a kitten is observing a mouse, we can start to detect some of those mental programs that are creating our reality right now. So we have the soul, we have the mind, and then we have the matter, our physical body. And what happens on a physical level, Claire, as we start to age, as we're exposed to this oxidative stress, if you can just imagine, you don't even have to close your eyes and imagine a plump plum.
Okay.
Right? So all of our cells when we were born were like this full plump plum. When we were little, I don't know about you, I slammed my fingers indoors, I bounced my bottom down the stairs, fell out of bed, and we were just full, and all of our cells were full and plump and plump and plump. And we just rebounded right away.
Right.
But as we age, whoop, our body starts degenerating.
Not so plump.
Not so plump.
I'm thinking of a big Oompa Loompa getting shrunk into a little raisin.
Well, exactly. That plump plum just starts shriveling up into a prune. And we often see that here.
Oh, yeah. Right up here.
And this largest organ is actually a reflection of what's going on in all of our internal organs. We start to lose collagen at 1.5% to 3% a year.
Wow.
At no fault of our own.
That's just from having the reward of staying alive.
Just breathing. It's a catch-22. The more we breathe, the more we're going to have that oxidative stress. So it's really a balancing of the good and the not so good. So if we can go in and inhibit some of that deterioration, we can actually start turning back the clock.
Wow.
And, everybody knows that collagen is what keeps us young, right?
So collagen is something that we naturally produce, right?
We're born. Our cells, if we were a mason, we would know a brick wall is made up of brick and mortar.
Okay.
Well, those brick is the structure, the foundation.
Okay.
And in our body, all of our connective tissue, the most abundant protein is collagen. So we're born with it.
And then do we produce it as we age, or do we just lose it?
What happens is we start to lose it.
Okay.
And then the other one, the hyaluronic acid, which is a mouthful, HA for short, the hyaluronic acid, that's like the mortar. That's what holds things together. That's what allows our body to actually regenerate.
Okay.
So for years and years and years, doctors have known hyaluronic acid is important. and they would actually inject hyaluronic acid into wrinkles.
Oh, really? Okay.
Inject hyaluronic acid into joints like shoulders and knees, inject hyaluronic acid into discs, and even inject hyaluronic acid into eyeballs.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I grew up in medicine, and I stay as far away from medicine as I can.
So what can we do to kind of rejuvenate this, or get us back on track, or at least maybe not stop the aging process, but keep it at bay?
Absolutely. Well, one of the things that we can do, if we can just in our mind, sometimes that stress we just need to stop and take a deep breath and just get in touch. And then what else can I be choosing here? And some people have found a way that's actually a natural way of inhibiting that aging enzyme and regenerating from the inside out with a liquid collagen product.
And that's what you've brought to share with our audience today. It's the Liquid BioCell.
It's the Liquid BioCell Life Blend.
Okay. And there's more than one blend, right?
There are a number of blends, and I particularly love this Life Blend.
Okay.
The reason is because, number one, it's delicious. I'm a bad girl. Sometimes I have mine with champagne on Sundays.
That doesn't sound bad to me.
Don't tell anybody.
I'm all right with that.
Mm-hmm. And instead of trying to take a pill, going through a highly unreliable digestive system to get into the bloodstream, there's a new patented product. There's 37 double-blind human placebo studies, 7 international patents. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. And what it does, it actually allows our body to just start taking in the very brick and mortar that regenerates from the inside out. It just starts being absorbed straight away through the mucous membrane.
By drinking it in a liquid form versus a pill?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, everybody wants to look younger. Everybody wants to feel better. When I first started drinking, it was like I got a lube job and a new suspension. At 56 years old, I was very athletic. I was a sun worshiper, and I was having significant challenges. And it's just too good not to share over coffee with Claire.
Oh, nice little rhyme there. Good job.
Yay!
So when you're working with your clients, you're working with them sometimes in groups and sometimes in an individual basis. So describe to the audience a little bit about what your classes are like.
Well, there's just there's a large menu, and probably we won't have enough time to address all of it on this one segment. And I do work in soul, mind, body medicine, where we're learning soul communication, and one of the soul communication is to say hello. Hello to my heart. I love you. You have the power to help yourself. You have the power to heal yourself. But to do that, we have to stop and relax. Because if we're wanting to receive, we have to be in a relaxed state to be able to receive, don't we?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So we start in a very rudimentary way. We learn to relax. We learn breathing techniques. We learn to be able to be open and willing to receive.
And how do you work with the general public is so used to having instantaneous results.
Right.
And, it's like everything is McDonaldized. We all want to have, tighter skin tomorrow. We want to have a flatter belly by tonight and all that. So
that's right.
So how do you help coach people through the process of where you are now? Because it didn't take you overnight to get there, right?
True that. Yes.
So it's like, all right, last
decades and training and a lot of practicing. It really is a practice. It's a daily discipline, and everybody wants a solution. Most people that I know don't want to have anything to do with invasive procedures or needles. And some people have figured out a way to inhibit the aging enzyme and regenerate from the inside out in just 2 easy minutes a day. A minute in the morning and a minute in the evening. And with that 90-day money-back guarantee on this Liquid BioCell Live, you take your before pictures and you take your after pictures, and you're going to see what this largest organ, how it's performing.
So basically in 90 days, you're going to start seeing some results.
Yes, that aging ship is turning around, and gosh, people are falling in love with their body all over again, Claire.
Well, that's amazing. So it looks like you've got 2 different things here. So what is this little guy?
Well, I actually love to have these with me. I enjoy traveling quite a bit. So that's just a single serving. It's just simply 2 ounces in the morning and 2 ounces of the evening.
So is this what I would take like just in the morning? Okay, and then you'd have another one at night?
Yes.
Got it, okay.
And so this is delivering
you could just pop this in your purse.
Perfect. The brick and mortar of our cells. And it's delivered in 14 beautiful superfruits that are actually delicious. We all know that it's important to eat your fruits and eat your veggies, and this is a way that, this is my self-care, practicing a tender loving kindness for my body. And I'm getting these beautiful superfruits that I don't have to travel all over the world for. I don't have to pay a gazillion dollars to get them. They're delivered right here for me, plus the very brick and mortar that's regenerating the body from the inside out.
So if our viewers wanted to get in touch with you and learn more about Liquid BioCell and more of the benefits, how can they get a hold of you?
Okay, I've established a toll-free number that you can call. That number is 844-374-4875. You're welcome to give us a call, and we'll do a free scoping session and see how Liquid BioCell or any of the other healing modalities can help someone. It's all about relieving the suffering, and suffering is optional. And there's also, if you wanted to do it by text, you can text My Healing to 22828. And those are set up specifically for Coffee with Claire to help your viewers, and it's my honor and delight to be able to share that information.
Well, Monttein, we appreciate the opportunity to have you on the show today, not just to focus on you and the Liquid BioCell, but also to say thank you for you supporting Coffee with Claire, because without sponsors like you, it makes it really tough for us to be able to put on shows like this for everyone to benefit. And so you are kind of like the conduit, just like the Liquid BioCell is a conduit to healing and inside of our bodies. You're helping to heal the world.
Well, I'm so proud of you, Claire, and I love your message and the vision. And together is how we make it. And if we can come together with love in our heart, peace, harmonious, the more of us that are coming together with that vision and with that mission, we are the change that we're waiting for.
Absolutely.
And to be that change, sometimes we just need to stop, take a breath, smile. I love my heart and soul.
Monttein, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. She's great, folks. Thank you so much. And remember, we always do follow the fun. And our next segment, we have Christine Gilardi. She is a musician, author, and an intuitive counselor. So my first question is, we are all so busy. How do you balance fun with responsibility at work?
Not very well. I'm really nose to the grindstone and don't really have as much fun as I should. But one of my biggest clients and I, we just find ways to work fun into everything. So that even if we're on a big project, we just make each other laugh. So being in the moment and staying lighthearted, I think, is the way we do that, even though we're nose to the grindstone.
So what are some of the fun things about growing your business?
I don't know. Fun things about growing my business. Pass. I haven't known fun things about growing my business yet.
Okay.
Meeting new people is great.
Being able to write songs.
Okay. All right, so tell me what the question was again.
The question was, what are some of the fun things about growing your business?
So one of the greatest things about growing a music business is being able to do something totally special and totally unique for somebody. This past year, I got to write a love song for a gentleman friend of mine for his lady friend. And it was so special for me and fun to be able to take that input for him and be able to turn that into a romantic love song and to be part of the delivery of that was really, really fun and special.
So how do you encourage others in their life to have fun?
I encourage others to have fun in their lives by being in the present moment. Because when we're stuck in the past or fearful about the future, we can't have fun. So really, when you are in the moment and you really are present, it's hard not to have fun, don't you think? Because really, it's fun where we are, right here, right now, if we're just here. Sounds simple, but we're not all right here.
So what advice could you give someone that might be struggling right now as to how to have fun?
For people who are struggling to have fun in their life, my advice to them would be to put on their favorite song and dance around the room at least once a day. And crazy dance, wild dance like nobody's, they say dance like nobody's watching. Because music and dancing like that, at least once a day, it gets your blood pumping, it gets the oxygen in your body. When everything's moving, you're in the present moment. When you're in the present movement, everything's moving. When you're in the present moment and everything is moving and you're dancing, you're totally activating the life force within you. And that process is fun, and everybody around you has fun when they do it too.
So, have you, tell us a little bit about your business.
I am a singer-songwriter. I write rock and roll primarily, but also spiritual music. Mostly it's me and a guitar, but I have had full bands with 8 people. And I love doing big music productions like that. I'm also an author. I was part of a 14-author book, Spirit-Fed Entrepreneur, Growing Your Business with a Fearless Mindset. And that is a fabulous book that really helped me get grounded in a new level of writing for the general public.
So if you had a happy dance or a happy stance, what would that look like? Now it's time for the Percolator. The Percolator segment is about taking action steps towards your dreams. In these short segments, we will give you basic foundational skills to help you achieve those dreams step by step. We will also have opportunities for you to get even more information online to help you dig into the details.
Thanks, Claire. It's been a pleasure to be with your viewers through our short time together reviewing 7 must-have strategies. And thank you for joining our last segment, sharing those strategies as you consider starting your own business. Let's review the 7. We've covered the first 6 and how they interact together. The last piece, and probably not the least important piece, is customer satisfaction. An early sales manager always told me, Bob, you can sell anything to somebody once. Customer satisfaction determines whether you can sell it the second time. And I think you need to keep that in mind even as you sell whatever that product or service or software that you're looking for. If that customer likes it, keep doing what you're doing. You're making money. One caveat, things always change. The market always changes. Your competitor always changes. Don't get complacent. Things will change. Be ready to adapt. If they don't like it, ask questions. Why? What's wrong? When did it go wrong? How did it go wrong? As you're asking those questions, just make sure that those answers are real and it's consistent. Those are the two things about fixing it. Are they real? Are the issues real? And are they consistent with your product? They're just not a one-off. Be proactive. Reach out first. Even if no one knows there's a problem, reach out first. You'll buy great credibility, and you can start working on that whole damage control as we talk about it. A key piece of damage control is urgency. Fix it now. It won't go away, and the one thing to think about is you're only going to get one chance with that customer to fix it. Make sure you do it quickly. The other side to all of this customer satisfaction is, do you need to provide a guarantee, a 15-day, a 5-day, a 30-day, whatever that is, in order to reduce your risk and in order to make the customer more comfortable buying your product? Do you need one? If the product works, it's no risk to you. You might want to think about it as that last factor. And we come to the conclusion of the 7 must-have strategies as you consider starting your own business. Now you have them all. Think about how they apply to what you want to do as you think about starting your business. It can and will mean your success and in a faster time frame. For more in-depth information on today's segment and all the previous segments, go to coffeewithclaire.tv and click on the e-learning button. Coffee with Claire e-learning is sponsored by my coach site. We look forward to helping you learn more about the 7 strategies. I hope you're still excited. Plan it, work it, and our best wishes for your success. Thank you for allowing me to be your host. It's been fun. I hope we've been helpful, and learn more about the 7 strategies in a lot more detail. You can go to Coffee with Claire e-learning.
So what's on your mind? Let us know. Join us at coffeewithclaire.tv and our blog area, Cool Beans, and let us know what's on your mind. We're glad to help you out. We are a community, not just a TV show. Now remember your homework for this week. Go do something to de-stress yourself. Use one of those techniques that I showed earlier in the show. Walk around with your shoes and socks off, and let us know how you feel when you're consciously making that shift. Now remember, follow the fun. We'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Bob Michelle, General Manager, My Coach Site. We're extremely pleased to be a sponsor for Coffee with Claire. We're especially excited to be able to participate in and contribute in providing e-learning capabilities for Coffee with Claire, the show segments, plus additional opportunities to learn more for e-learning site members. You'll hear more about that directly from Claire. From the My Coach Site team, enjoy the learning, and as always with Claire, have fun.